Hi friends, I had recently unboxed Fiio X3 X5 3rd generation about a week ago, and I've been using it for almost 7-8 days continuously, and this is a complete review of the product. Let me just go through the pros and cons of the product until it loads up. I think in terms of pros, it's got a very good build quality. As you can see, I put this leather pouch. Let me just remove this so that I can show you the build quality. As far as build quality is concerned, it's solidly built. This thing is really hard. It's got metal all around the body, and tempered glass is pre-fitted by the company on both front and the back, and it's quick to load, so that's not an issue. Battery is currently at 24%, and this is what the home screen looks like. As you can see, there's quite a bit of hang. See now, it takes how long? So if you're somebody who's coming from a phone, you may find this slow because it has only 1 GB of RAM. So talking about the pros, I think it has got great build quality, and it has a pure music mode. If you just swipe from up to down, see, they're right now in Android mode, as you can see. See, in Android mode. So if you just click this, you have the option of Android to pure music mode, wherein every app is disabled. Everything is disabled except only the music app will open up, and I think this is helpful in saving the battery. There you go. Right now we have all the songs in the internal storage. I have tuned it all the way up to 120 right now. If you have good pair of headphones, I think 70 to 80% of it should be sufficient. Anyways, let's go back to normal mode. Normal, that is Android mode. If you are into only music, I guess this is a great music player because you won't be using much of apps. And I bought this because I use a lot of I wanted to replace my iPod Classic, which was 160 GB, and that recently got spoiled. So I made it very clear to the company that I'm buying this because of Android, and I'll be installing a lot of apps other than just listening to music. So if you're only listening to the music, this player is great. And another plus point is it supports Android, so you can install the apps. This is the plus point as well as the minus point, but I'll come to the minus point later. But as far as plus point is concerned, as I told you, that you can install all the apps. You have installed YouTube, Video Player, Sony Live app. All these are supported, and they do work fine. And it has dual SIM card slots, as you can see. I'm having hard time. My camera is having hard time focusing. So it has dual SIM slots, and both are in flush. They're not protruding outside. So that's the plus point, and that's great because it supports up to 256 GB in each slot. So that's close to 512 GB of data, and that's a lot of data. A lot of music and video content can be stored, and it also has good set of accessories, as I showed you. It has a leather pouch that I just removed. It has a very good solid leather pouch. It also has a plastic case that usually comes with the phone these days, but they've included one for this one. So if you want that, that is also available. That's somewhere for you. Yeah, here it is. This is the transparent plastic case, and as far as app is concerned, this is the default app, Fiio music app. You can play the song. Once you start playing the song, you can see that you get this up and then jumping down and just swipe right. You can add it to the, you can create a new playlist. This gives you the information of the file. Okay, and you can also share it with Bluetooth, since it supports Bluetooth. And then if you swipe right, you can also delete it. So that's a pretty handy feature in there. So now coming to the cons, I think the overall experience is very sluggish. If you're coming from a phone that has 3 GB or 4 GB RAM, you will find that the experience is a lot more faster in your phone compared to this. So when you're coming all the way from phone to a music player, you will find that the music player is very, very sluggish in operation. So in order to just show you that, I'll just run few apps so that you can understand how slow it is. Okay. Just run 2-3 apps to just give you an idea of how the phone works. We already have Fiio music running in the background. I've also opened Play Store. This is what I mean. See, it takes time. Usually you'll not find this kind of sluggishness in your phone, but this is not the major point. This is still manageable. What is annoying is there's a frequent hang, and it just hangs and like forever. I mean, it seems like 20-30 seconds, there's no response at all. See, right now I've opened an app and see, it takes time. See, then it's there. Now open gallery. Sorry, phone just fell over. See, it's still not opened. Gallery is still not open. So this is what I mean by sluggishness. And Android OS is supported, but when you install all the apps, it doesn't quite live up to the expectations. I had an iPod Classic, and I don't know how much GB of RAM it had, because those days these things were unheard. The only thing that mattered was ROM. How much data does it support, and it had 160 GB, and that was sufficient for me. Then I'm trying to reopen gallery. Let's see if it opens again. See, it does not open. So this is the problem. This is what I meant. See, it's finally opened now. And another thing is, since it hangs, you feel as though the touch is not working. My phone is having a hard time focusing it. Okay. So, I've clicked photos. Takes a little while. Online albums. See, I've clicked albums. Finally it comes. So I guess I've proved my point. And another problem is, see, these buttons are extremely tactile. So the problem there is, since they're extremely tactile, when you're keeping it in your pocket, the volume tends to change, the buttons tend to get pressed on. So what I have done is I have disabled it through settings here. There's an option of settings here. Click on settings. See, this is what I mean. See, again, it's not coming. I've just pressed settings button, but it's not opening. It'll come. But it takes some amount of patience on your part, and so there you will finally, it's coming. So here you have settings. There's an option called as key lock settings, as you can see. In this, you can customize which button to work and not work when you're listening. See, there you go. And I have currently disabled both my play and pause, next song and previous song, because that is what was happening with me. I used to keep this in my pocket, and while jogging, song used to change automatically. because they're extremely, I don't know, I mean, what is the problem? There's a very slight touch, it just changes. And I have only the volume button, and even that tends to change on its own, but that is something that I can do with, it's fine. I mean, there's a slight up and down, and since they have a volume control all the way up to 120, a slight change from 74 to 75 or 80 does not make a drastic change. So I have kept that open because I would like to change my volume at times depending upon the song. And out of 32 GB, I think you get around 28 GB. 5 GB is gone for OS, that's fine. Right now we have close to 823 MB, like 1.96 GB free. So I have loaded it with my songs, only songs right now. And the main worry is, since it supports 2 micro SD card slots, how fast should it be when I will load more data? And that is my main concern. And as you can see, it's already sluggish, and that is the main reason why I'm returning it. And hopefully this video will help the company in understanding why I am returning it. So now we are in YouTube and it doesn't open. It takes time. It will open, not that it won't open, but it just takes hell lot of time. And okay, we have it right now. See, there goes it. It's hanging again. So see, I'm trying to swipe it, but it isn't swiping. See, sometimes the touch doesn't work. If you feel the touch is not working, but the actual problem is the OS is not in tune with the hardware here. And if they can improve on this, I think it should be a very good product, because music playback is fantastic. It has driven even my JBL normal budget headphones at a very high volume, and the bass is really good. You would really enjoy music in this. Other than the OS issues, I think this is an excellent buy compared to, see, I've just pressed home button, it's not opening. Now this is all recent apps. See, I'm clicking on this, it's not opening. See, fine, now it's opening. So it takes time, see. There you can see that little bit of hang. See, I've just closed it. It takes that extra seconds, and sometimes it does not respond at all. So, and since I would like to store a lot of data, and this is going to be my main media consumption hub, I wanted this to be a lot more swifter. But I guess there's a plus and minus to everything, and as a buyer you need to weigh all these things. And most of the people on YouTube who have uploaded video on X5 3rd generation tend to focus a lot on how good the music is, which is no doubt brilliant on this music player. But since it supports Android, a lot of people would like to use it as a media hub. Like, I have installed these apps, so each time I don't want this, it keeps asking for location each time I open Sony Live app, so you don't want that. But that's fine, that is not a major quirk I have. But my major quirk is the sluggishness. And besides this, I've also noted that the touch does not work precisely at the corners, and especially when you put the leather pouch. See, now it's working, but if I put the leather pouch on, I'll just show you. Right, I put the leather pouch now. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, because see, I've not opened the web. I'm trying to access this audio this thing. It's a recorder, screen recorder. See, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So the power's off. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you all. I'll try to make another video if required, but as far as review is concerned, I've already told you the plus and minus of this device. The only major flaws is that OS is not in fine tuning with the hardware. See, as you can see, I'm swiping, it doesn't swipe at times. It's very sluggish. See, I've swiped right, it's not swiping, so finally it does. So other than that, I think if you're only into music, pure music, I think it's fine. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video has helped you in understanding Fiio X3 3rd generation.